G'day guys, it's Phantom, and today I'm going to be talking about the new A24 film Talk to Me, written and directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, who are the duo behind RackaRacka, one of the funniest and one of the best YouTube channels on the platform. They are an Australian duo that create comedy sketches that involve extreme violence and very disturbing content, and is pretty much my childhood. So hearing them making a movie, especially one produced by A24, I was excited. When I first heard about this, I looked on the YouTube channel because they haven't uploaded in a while, and they said that they're making a movie called Talk to Me, and I was on board. I wanted to watch it, and now that it's out, I got to watch it, and yeah, let's talk about it. So Talk to Me is about this hand that allows you to communicate with the spirits. This film, I was extremely surprised, even though that I heard some buzz that this film was great, and the ratings were so high. So I was excited, and you know, the fact that YouTubers are able to make a horror film like this. And I'm glad to say that this film is a whole bunch of fun. It is scary, it is disturbing, but it was so much fun. This film is so much more than a horror movie. It is a movie about grief. It is about this character played excellently by Sophia Wilde, who plays the character of Mia, who is with a whole bunch of friends who believe is kind of skeptical on this supernatural hand, and they're like, no, it's fake. But when they actually got to do it, they're like, damn, this thing is so cool. It's kind of like a drug, really. And because they got to talk to the spirits, and I'm so glad that they didn't use just regular monsters as the entities that they encounter. It makes the story way better that it is actually people that kind of connected to them, and the people that they know, because otherwise it wouldn't really work in the emotional aspects. And involving all that just made the film even better, and made the themes of the film even more disturbing, but so much more emotional. This film is also a social commentary on how teens perceive the world, mainly through the phone, because the opening scene, the person that we're following is like, hey, put down your phones, stop recording. And that is so today, because almost nobody has their phone down when something of that nature is happening, or like they are kind of disconnected from the real world when they actually at a life-changing experience, like for example like a concert. Everybody has their phone, even though that is like great to film. You're not in the moment really. So having that is pretty good. The supporting characters were pretty good as well. Mia's friend Jade has a younger brother, and she is kind of skeptical as well, because she doesn't want her younger brother to be involved in all that. So she's like, no, we probably shouldn't do it, but they do anyway. Stuff happens, and it is very graphic, very disturbing, and there's some parts of when they talk to all that, there's some things that kind of made me go, because they were gross. There's this one scene that I don't know why or how or what, but that happened. Two scenes where there's just nope. But the music in this film as well is incredible. There's this one like kind of a montage where The music is kind of like upbeat, it's kind of fun, but it's also quite disturbing and quite scary, which kind of is what the montage is. It's them having a bunch of fun, but they're doing some really disturbing stuff, and that the score overall is just incredible. And the camera work in this film is pretty much identical to uh, their YouTube videos. That you can tell that it's a film made by RackaRacka. The way that they move the camera, the more like intense fight scenes. The camera work was extremely well done, and it is really great to look at as well. There's this opening scene where it's just one continuous shot of introducing kind of like the atmosphere that this film is going to have, and that entire sequence was incredible. Another thing is that this film is so funny. It has so much Australian humor, which obviously I'm Australian, and a lot of the humor hit everything I got because funny. The only really negatives that I have is some of the supporting characters are kind of uninteresting, and there's some slow points that were kind of slow. I heard that they had a kind of like a 2-hour version of it, which had even more downtime. Even though that like the conversations and all that were pretty interesting, they could have still like moved it along a little bit faster. But yeah, this film was incredible, so much fun, and it is easily one of the best horror movies of this year so far, and one of A24's best horror films ever. Give it a watch, support them. I know that Hollywood's going on strike, but I'm glad that A24 isn't, so you can support this film without any worries. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the film?